Mark Hay, John Louis, and then the first of the smaller junior bikes there, 11. And that's a TSS red barrel machine of Dean Bentley. I think he was 400ths of a second off the lap record. Hopefully somebody took note of that and can give him a bit of a message and say lap record's available there. You've just got to squeeze at that 400ths of a second, 40 thousandths of a second quicker. Glenn Scatchell opening up that lovely motor there on the 47 machine for the 8-lap race, brought to you by Lindsay Tate and Associates in Wanganui. Accountants there, I've seen their name in the program supporting the Suzuki Series of Wanganui for I don't know how many years. It's great to have Lindsay Tate and Associates on board, as well as the Wanganui.com people as well. There's a full-page advert, excuse me, there's a full-page advert in the program featuring, amongst other things, glass blowing. There's a huge following of glass blowing and a Polytech course available in Wanganui. So Yamaha powered machines out in the front. Glenn Scatchell opens it up down the back straight. One of these promoters for sale. In fact, you can talk to Mike Webster, who owns this bike. He's got another similar bike there for sale. It's on trade at the moment. I think it's 10,950. Great buying for such a beautiful motorcycle. There's a little bit of difference in the model. It's not an X-up machine. If you know your Yamaha's, X-up has something to do with the exhaust control, a valve in there. It's not one of those, but it's still a pretty quick machine. So Scatchell through, Eagleton through, 102, SJ Cavell. And then we've got John Lee being hunted down by Sean Donnelly, and behind him Mark Hay on the 54 bike. And we go to the first of the smaller class there, the two bikes there, and it is Dean Bentley and Scott Finlay. Scott Finlay doing exceptionally well on bike number 11. He's listed as 20 in the program, but his is a ZXR 400. Dean Bentley's started life as a Yamaha 400. They squeezed a 600cc engine in. This was owned by Shane Lowry, who's elsewhere in the field on 84. When they squeezed in there. Looks like Scotty Finley's lining up for a pass. This is his first of the smaller class there, into the hairpin there, gets past Dean Bentley with ease, and behind Mark Hay. Mark Hay's on a bigger bike, but doesn't seem any power differential until it opens up at about a third way down the straight here at Manfeild for the second round of the Suzuki Series 2017. Plenty of internationals here. It was great to have the Sidecar Association put a sheep on a spit there last night, and a few power fritters and a few brown Powerades as well. I consumed several of everything there, and it was great to have them acknowledge all their internationals. They had to explain what power was. It's an abalone, I think that's what it is internationally. It's gooey seafood. Right, Yamaha powered the motor. Then it's the Yamaha of SJ Cavell in third place with Matt Eggleton in between the two. There's first, second and third, looking out for John Louis. And there is number 3 as well, following John Louis with Mark Hay. The two battlers on between the two smaller bikes. It is Dean Bentley there. Now let's have a look at the lap records. The pre-89 junior is a 1:15.526. Something wrong here. Pre-89. It says it's a 1:15.526. I've got 109s up there on the screen. Oh, hang on, that's a pre-80. Sorry, folks. Couldn't run a bath someday. A 1:17 for Dean Bentley, so still a couple of seconds off that. But meanwhile, Glenn Scatchell, a 1:09.231. A full second and a bit slower than he was last race, but he can control a race in here. He's got across the start-finish line nearly 7 seconds. He opens it up, going now into the Go Media corner there for lap 3. This is lap 2, coming on to complete his third lap along the start-finish line. We're looking out for Matt Eggleton. Wow, it's a long way back to him down that back straight on the 580. No, he's coming around Go Media, sorry, 583 machine. Then SJ Cavell is going into the Go Media corner. John Louis from the Hawke's Bay, 88. Two fat ladies, if you play that game, what is it? Bingo. Yeah. I won't tell you what my answer is to bingo when somebody else gets the win. It's a swear jar word, so we won't say what that is. There is in 4th place, 5th place, I think, 3rd. Number 3 is Sean Donnelly. Mark Hay goes through there, and Dean Bentley's open up his gap there, a 1:16.3, so considerably slower than he was in the last race, but still enough to lead this class, the pre-89 junior class. Used to be Formula 2 in the day. There's probably 60 metres between him and the bike behind as he closes up on the infield. In behind Mark Hay, he'll get up in behind him. Probably won't be able to find his way past, and this will pull Scott Finlay back into the mix. They go into the hairpin. Number 11 is Dean Bentley there with the white leathers, the TSS Red Baron sponsor machine. Having to look out for Glenn Scatchell. Here he is coming onto the front straight on the Bimota. Beautiful YB8 Bimota. Number 47, brought to you by, Webster Racing, Metzler Tyres, California Superbike School, Chris Parkin. formerly a Museum Hotel. He's had a lot of great riders under his sponsorship. It's great to see Chris Parkin back in supporting motorcycling and supporting his friend Glenn Scatchell, Kawasaki New Zealand, Marco Imports, Aussie Performance, HJC, DID Chains, Spectrum Oils and SPS Brakes. Looking out there for bike number 102 going through there in third place. Of course, Mac Eagleton's still there in second. The battle is on with 88 John Louis Mark Hay and number 3, this Formula 2 junior production class is still happening there. Still going on between Dean Bentley and Scotty Finlay. We've got a bike pulled up at the end of the front straight off to the side. The yellow flag is out, so this means no passing there as we see number 14, Wanganui's Todd Ackroyd going through. Actually, this is Todd Ackroyd on the ZXR 750. Normally, the bike is owned by, I'm trying to think of his name. Sorry, number 14, Todd Ackroyd. Wayne Marshall, sorry, Weasel, Wayne Marshall from Wanganui. And it's good to see Todd Ackroyd move up a class. In behind him is Terry Moran. And then we go to Stephen Gregg. I think this group of people are going into the hairpin at the moment. That's Stephen Gregg and Malcolm McDonald on the 208 machine. Now, 208, I think, is a ZXR 400 as well, another Wanganui machine. So where is that lead bike? The lead bike is got to be, is that the, no, it'll be coming through. In fact, it's done another lap there and going through the third turn 3 as Matt Eagleton goes through in second place. SJ Cavell comes onto the front straight on the 102 machine, and then that battle for the smaller bikes with 3 big bikes coming in first. John Louis looks like he's going to be passed by Mark Hay, possibly number 3 Sean Donnelly. No, the battle for the smaller bikes is not really happening. Dean Bentley opens up with a bit more of a lead there, 1.1 seconds. 5 laps into an 8-lap race, brought to you by Lindsay Tate and Associates accountants from Wanganui. Never mind, where are we? Looking out for the lead bike. Bit of a lonely ride there coming onto the front straight. We're 3/4 of the way through the 8-lap race. Glenn Scatchell, 47. What's his lap times doing? A 108.665 is his best time, a 108.774. Has he got any pit boards down there? No, there's no one got any pit boards down here for the Post Classics. No one's even stretching out their arms to tell him how much of a lead he's got. He'll be able to look over his shoulder. The other thing is, when you get another bike up your tail, you usually can hear the bike, but he's so far ahead with something like, in fact, we can't even see that because the next bike's got to go through. It's got a lead of about 23 seconds as we see him go into the hairpin there, just ahead of number 20 from Auckland, Nigel Lennox on the bright fluorescent machine. And behind him, I think, is Mark McKenzie, number 963. We had this race red flag last week because there was a fire over on the back straight there in the Higgins corner, but can't even remember who it was. It's that long ago. Team Bentley goes through there on the 11, another 11 machine. 11D, 11 straight is Scott Finlay. Those are the first of the little bikes. So lap times are 1:15.6 for his quickest, a 1:16.1 for Scotty Finlay's quickest. So nowhere near lap records. Let's put that piece of paper aside. We will be coming out with a white flag in, yeah, there it is, the white flag comes out. Glenn Scatchell sees it for the first time. We're going to go back another 27 seconds, looking out for the second place bike as Nigel Lennox, number 20, goes through, and then it is 396 goes through. Don't even know who 396 is. Hello, what we got coming out of there? A bike slowed down out of the Toyota corner. Looks like Todd Ackroyd on that ZXR, possibly. There's the Norton of one of the Galways. There, so yes, one of the Galways on the track there. Is that a black flag? No, that's a umbrella covering up something down at the start-finish line. They're cutting that off. Never mind. Let's look out for Glenn Scatchell as he flies onto the track somewhere. That's third place going through, so that would put Glenn Scatchell probably in the middle of the back straight. In fact, no, he's already done that. Now, centre straight, he's out, coming out of Higgins there, winds it up past another black back marketer. You can buy one of these bikes off the owner of it, $10,950 for a beautiful promoter. I went round to his house the other day. There's about 3 of these bikes inside. They had to cut the fence to the neighbour's place to wheel the bikes in on the top level, and they sit in the lounge, and beautiful looking motorcycles, but the main purpose is for racing. And here it is, a checkered flag. That's 2 out of 2, 4 out of 4 actually for the season for Glenn Scatchell. Stephen Gregg goes through, thinks he's got second place, but has been lapped. Terry Moran goes through. We're looking out for Mac Eagleton on the 580 string machine. Mac Eagleton from Rotorua, sponsored by Metzler Tyres and Kiwi Span. Nigel Lennox goes through. Here comes number 396. We'll try and find out who that is. 396 is not in the program, so no idea who